Here in the north, the Yahler horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. Trevor Etienne to return this. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
To a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got rich and bro coming slow 6 racks.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk.
And the first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up third down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Shotgun now on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this isn't too far beyond midfield. It's going to bounce out, looks like at or on the 40. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 70 Timberwolves.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Pass play coming here. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They're going play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he's tackled for no gain.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, Shaq.
Check, go get him.
65.
Taken in by Felton, left side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
Gain of 15 yards.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
60 by 6.
They'll go play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Viking 18. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, putting working on the phone.
Hold the ready.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go.
Line up the design keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Panthers 1st.
Get up. Go.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Throwing off the play fake. This is a heater going deep. And it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Come on, come on.
Zone read, they'll give it to Jeanty. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Check the Eagles, check the Eagles. Cowboy Eagles. Ready.
Working now from the gun. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jeanty. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Dropping back to throw. Oh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Go! 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight, 19 tight.
He's dropping back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Bronco 80. Cougar 19. Watch the bullet, watch the bullet. You got tight right there. Street, street.
They're throwing it. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And the Vikings, first down.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Give now to the running back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pick.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. Into the second level, past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Like 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now looking to throw. Connecting on a slant. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They give it to him up the middle. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He's going to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Well, a field goal would make it 2 scores, Brock, but they want more than that. They're going for it on 4th and goal.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready,
They'll run it up the gut, and he will get into the end zone for a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Ready? 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Start. 19. Start, go.
Back to Jency. Play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Working on 1st down. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down.
Cowboy 80.
Looking in the air here. Pass it downfield, working the left. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And dose of the hurry up here.
1st down, Carolina.
Slot man motioned over. They send a receiver in motion right. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Ready? 19. 79 Broncos. Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. Brought in by his back here. It's Jency. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Sticking to the air here. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 1-score game before halftime. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Panthers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball is going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 76, Cougar 19.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Jump off, caught by his back. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, they need 7.
Here we go, here we go. Packers, Cowboys. Go.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Okay, ready?
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings blow their lead just before halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go. Set. 60 in. Dragon 60.
Back now, pressure coming. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Looking for a pass on second and short. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Vikings will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10.
Pioneer. Jeanette. Viking 18.
Airing it out to start this drive. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. There's Nick Squilton there on the play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
On the jump.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Hits his tight end on the corner route. It's a race down the right side. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Cougar 19. Smash, smash, go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. Second and goal now from the 2.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
Here's another for him. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 24-point ball game. Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings. 60
Motion a receiver left. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Finds Genty underneath. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up second and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Finds the in route complete. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now off the play action. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he managed what he can up to the 48. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Ready.
This is Genty on second. Has a hole left, room to run. To the house, touchdown Carolina. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for two.
Panthers will line up for the
60
two-point
Eagles.
conversion.
60 Eagles.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And no connection on the two-point try. It fails. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
70, 65 check. 70 Timberwolves.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Looking to his fullback now. He's got room to roam. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Trying to hit his fullback there. And it sets up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
70 Lions. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Get wild. Kill, turn up.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
With that play clock getting perilously close to 0, Kevin O'Connell calls for a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, not Bronco 80. Ready?
They're going to try and throw it here. Called in left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Ready?
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the red zone on 1st. Looking right, and he finds him. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. 70 Rangers, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
This one's caught. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and
1. On the ready.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right, they give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Let's go. Viking 18. Viking 18.
Pass play on 1st and goal. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is Etienne. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And off to Genty. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Here we go. Set.
Another give here to Genty. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. Third and just 2 to go.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Working quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
They'll throw it here on 1st. Buying some time right. Now here he goes. He loses the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he didn't need much after making the recovery, did he? A step or 2 forward, and he gets him the 1st down anyway. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that 1st cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the 1st time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll go play action. Sends this to the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Vikings will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Okay, that's far from the 1st time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Set up. Pep.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Setting up the running back screen. Gets up the edge to the 35. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Go.
Working on 1st down. He's got a man left. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Hawk 70. Come on.
There's a dive up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Set.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Ready.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the red zone now. Completed to his running back. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, running back in the flat.
Back to throw. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep running away with this. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Vikings grow their lead yet again. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is Etienne. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Genty from the gun. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Hey, hey.
Coming left is Genty. And he's out the clear. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you it's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers will trail by 25.
Panthers 20.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Get up. 70 Lions. Rig alert, rig alert. Mustang 19. Ready, ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
19, let's go. Cowboy 80, Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. Jukes away from one. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. Viking 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check go.
Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready, set.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
They're going to pass it here. Brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Complete to number 84. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Set. 60 Eagles, 60. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Vikings continue piling it on here in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Here we go. Panther 60.
Straight ahead with Genty. Oh, the football's loose. This is scooped up by the Vikings. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Vikings throwing 6 more on the blowout. Like a freight train leaving. So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Giving this to Genty. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Kate, I think I can even feel it up here in the booth. You feel this offensive line just gaining confidence. When you get chunk run after chunk run in this league, or those big guys say, feed the run game.
Comes up empty on that one. And it's going to be second down. Shotgun give here to Genty. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is fourth down.
Trap 60. Hey.
Desperation time here. Trying to push deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Ready? Let go.
Setting up to throw. Finds a man right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Panthers first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up on first and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, and you got to take advantage of that opportunity, defense just did.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Vikings see the return go out of bounds. And that is how this game's going to end. So it's a win for the Vikings. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference